Drew, joined as always by Dillon.
I'm Bob Ferguson.
Oh, well, my
I'm not.
mistake.
I'm not Dylan. My name is. Let me. To Washingtonians who might not know me very well, let me explain to you who I am. Um,
Okay.
I was the state's attorney general from 2012 to 2024. Um, in 37 leading cases against the Trump administration, I won 22 of them. And I'm also your 2028 Democratic nominee for President of the United States. So if you guys have any questions for me, not Jewish, just look it. Just got that vibe to me, but I'm not.
Okay.
So
No, I get that. I'm kind of in the same boat.
yeah, you should have been on the ticket.
Yeah, maybe. Um, I mean, there's always next time.
Well, there won't be a next time.
True. Uh, but just in case, like keep me in mind for a running mate. All right.
Yeah, okay.
So we should get to know Bob then, the
Yeah,
new governor.
feel free to ask me anything
All
about
right.
myself.
So is it big or is it huge?
Is it bigger? Is it huge?
Yeah.
It's democratic.
Okay. It's
It
for the
was voted
people.
for, yeah, for the people, by the people. It isn't
All
going to
right.
stand up to these bully policies by an illegal administration in Washington, D.C. It's going to fight for the rights of every Washingtonian.
All right.
Pussy.
Well, I'm sold.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter if you're not, anyways. I already won, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sold for 2028.
Right, right, right.
Because I was gonna vote for Jeb Bush, but
Yeah, he's a bitch. He doesn't know anything. He is Jewish.
I don't think that's true.
Ha! It doesn't matter. He's from Connecticut. George W. is from Connecticut. Why the fuck does he talk like that?
Uh, because he spent all his time in Texas, and probably alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, it could be. I'm not rolling anything out at this point.
No. So, Bob, what do you think of the Seahawks?
I think they're a great example of some of the injustices that the Trump administration is gonna do to our state. We're definitely gonna sue them. That's what I do. I sue people.
Okay.
Gavin Newsom eats homeless people. I sue single mothers. 801 bitch, count them. That's a stat line. Bomp on your
All
head,
right.
LeBron. So that's
All right.
huh.
That's
Gavin Newsom's a
promising.
pussy too. He won't step to me.
It's true. I mean, he's kind of like gross looking though.
Well, Bob Ferguson. Oh, excuse me. I am also pretty gross looking.
Yeah, but like in like an endearing way. But like Gavin Newsom is like gross in like kind of a like why do you want to be president so bad kind of way.
I'm gross looking in the way that if I got a paper cut, I look like it might kill me immediately from like infection.
Like if a small Victorian child got old.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what I look like.
All right.
You know how Mark Davis kind of looks like he's been microwaved?
Yes.
Kind of got that going for me.
But he's got like that fucked up haircut too.
Yeah, it's brutal, huh?
Yeah, and like he's proud of it. He likes that haircut.
Um, do you think that the Bob Ferguson campaign is gonna block me on Twitter?
I hope not.
When I post the video, it's gonna be very funny. Well, in the as Bob Ferguson, I can't post the video until Trump's inaugurated and they're going back and forth, which is inevitable.
All right.
So I'm just gonna be sitting on this heat for like months.
That's tough.
I'll send it to the Discord before.
So we can get a preview.
Yeah, it's so libbed up.
Jesus.
I don't
So
really want to
Bob
talk about the Seahawks at all, to be honest with you. I'm Dylan
so
again.
Bob Ferguson uses
Bob had to leave.
oh.
It's Dylan.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't even get to say bye to Bob.
No, he had to go because Gavin was getting hungry, so he's got to feed him an Everett homeless so he can go to sleep on his bone bed.
Uh, oh no.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I might fuck this whole thing up. We don't know yet. We'll see.
Like
Drew, I
maybe
should have warned you. I've been fucking silly since the election.
I've been posting for sure, but it's been like a little doomerish, but not 100%. Because I'm not like fully doomer pilled on this second Trump administration.
I'm not either, just because like he was a stupid idiot the first time and didn't really do much. But I don't know. I'm also like I got the Joel vibe to me, where I'm like maybe he'll run for 6 more terms. I don't know.
I don't know. My whole thing is I just think like our state is gonna shield us from the worst of it, and I also don't think he's gonna do the tariffs thing.
No, he's gonna. Thanks to Bob Ferguson, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, like if he does the tariffs thing, we're all fucked. But I don't think anyone's gonna let him do it.
Did you see that he's already beefing with Elon?
No, but that's not surprising.
Yeah, Elon went on the Joe Rogan Experience, which, by the way, I'm now hearing did not invite Bob Ferguson on to speak about his policies, but he went
Fucked up.
on. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Not even. He's supposed to be like where the First Amendment shines, right? So we're not even gonna listen to the future of this country. But I guess Elon was talking shit about the tariffs on there, and Trump is a little angry about it. He's a little upset.
Like, what did he expect? Like, Elon runs like 10 terrible businesses that all import a fuck ton of
Yeah, I was gonna
shit.
say, and they all are like completely reliant on Chinese labor and material.
Yeah, so like Elon is like probably desperately hoping somebody who who actually has influence in Trump's campaign can talk him out of this whole thing.
It's gonna be absolutely fucking hilarious when Donald Trump fucks over Robert F. Kennedy for like the ninth time.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way he lets him run HHS.
Nah, dude, he's not. There's no FDA position for him. There's no. He might get some like bullshit council position with like transportation that doesn't do anything.
They'll put him in charge of the HUD.
Rest in peace to Pete Buttigieg, by the way.
Oh,
He didn't die, but it's coming. I don't. I didn't mean that in like a threatening way. He just looks ill.
uh, yeah. I mean, he always looks a little sickly.
If they run him in 2028, I'm gonna become the woker dude. I can't. Like, we can't put this guy out there.
No, I mean, I think he's a little too far left for what the Democrats have planned.
Well, JD Vance is just gonna call him like a faggot, and he's gonna win by like 400. I can say it. Don't be mad. If that's what broke the back for you guys, like, don't be mad at me. I have sex with men sometimes, but like, there's no chance that. I don't know. I need an old white guy to feel happy. A straight one too.
You can't have a president who might hit on you.
Yeah, I need. Fellas, is it gay to be the 48th president of the United States?
A little bit.
Could be.
Although, hear me out. Hear me
I'm
out.
listening, yeah.
All right, so the Seahawks won Super Bowl 48.
Okay, yeah.
48th president.
Bob Ferguson, Seattle
Pete
native.
Carroll.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's get Pete in there. We'll get the win forever mentality
Can I
in
be
the White
honest?
House.
I can kind of see it.
I'd fuck with it so hard. Like, he's such a charismatic person.
Can you bomb? Can you bomb Gaza in the fourth quarter?
Oh my, no. No, Pete wouldn't want to kill anyone.
I don't know about that.
No,
The first thing Pete Carroll would do if he was elected president was sick the Hillary hit squad on fucking Jay and John Harbaugh.
no. I don't think he's friends with Jim per se, but he does respect Jim, and like I know when he was coaching the Seahawks, he would obviously go and look at Michigan for a lot of players because he likes how Jim coaches them.
I think the first thing a Pete Carroll administration did would be to expand the Supreme Court to like 54, 53 play, and then there's gonna, so it's like there's like 53 seats on the Supreme Court, and but only like 52 of them get to be active, and then you have a couple injury reserve spots, and then every year there's like a pre like where like you test out like a Brett Kavanaugh, you see if he can make the main roster. And
Okay.
then maybe if he can't, he gets like cut down to like a district court or something.
Okay. Okay. I see.
This is a
So
bit stupid. Should we leave it?
I mean, it's stupid, but I'm here for it.
Yeah.
No, I think the first thing a Pete Carroll administration would do is, like, they have to fill up the cabinet spots, right? But Pete's like always compete.
Yeah.
So I think he'd have open competitions for like every spot, and so nothing would get filled for the first 6 months, but then he'd have the most goated cabinet at the end of it.
Yeah. Pete Carroll pisses me off. Actually, I need to retract this statement. He would be a terrible president because he would absolutely be like. He would do the Kamala thing where, like, he was like, "All right, Liz Cheney, let's see what you got. That's,
Jesus.
you can put up 4 good quarters with me." Like,
God. Well, I mean, no, I don't think so. Because I think he's not taking guys who have like really shitty resumes already going in. Like, he's gonna get people who on the surface at least look like they can do something.
right.
Like, what does
Um,
Liz Cheney have? She's a fucking nepo baby whose only claim to fame is that she pissed off Donald Trump.
to be fair, Pete Carroll loves nepotism.
Yeah,
To
but
be
he
fair,
loves his nepotism.
yeah. Take the reins solo for a second. My dog is telling me that if he doesn't get the shit outside, he's gonna become the woker. So I gotta let him.
All right, I'm gonna break down the Pete Carroll administration here.
All right.
So unfortunately, one position is gonna have to be filled with by Jordan Peterson, and hopefully it's not anything of consequence. Like, hopefully he just gets an administrative job somewhere. But like, yeah, Jordan Peterson's gonna be in there. Right, I think Russell Wilson probably going to be put in charge of the Department of Education because he had that charter school. Let's see, HHS. I think probably like some guy who got injured a fuck ton, or one of the Seahawks team doctors from his time. Let's see, HUD. I think he'd put Michael Bennett in charge. Uh, Doug Baldwin in the Justice Department. Let's see, the Department of Homeland Security. He's gonna put like Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor. Okay, who'd be the head of the CIA? Uh, Fucking Bobby Wagner probably. So like a lot of ex Seahawks are gonna get spots in there. Maybe some USC guys like Troy Polamalu. Let's see. What's the
I don't know if you got to it yet, but Marshawn Lynch, Attorney General. How do we feel about that?
I fuck with it.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Doug Baldwin for the Department of Justice.
Doug Baldwin seems like Pete would offer him the job, and he would be like, "Nah, I don't need that."
Yeah, like I was just going down the list and it's all like ex players.
Yeah. What was the funniest one?
I think they were all like pretty normal, but Like Bobby Wagner is the head of the CIA.
Okay.
Like, some of them kind of make sense though. Like Michael Bennett for the HUD.
Sure.
Probably like some team doctor for HHS.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like nothing too crazy.
What's your vibe? Is there anything you actually wanted to say about the Seahawks before I just get off that completely?
Um,
I think we're gonna go to 4-6. That's my vibe.
we can get into that next week when
Yeah.
we preview that game, but right now my whole vibe on the Seahawks is they've been very disappointing in some surprising ways.
But enough about the Kamala campaign. Whoa.
That was disappointing in some not surprising ways.
Everybody I knew at work who wasn't just like your typical Washington State Democrat was like, yeah, she's gonna win in a landslide, and I kept having to be like, I don't know about that.
No, I knew this whole thing was fucked as soon as she went on stage with fucking Liz Cheney.
I I hate to repeat conservative talking points, but the video of Cardi B when the teleprompter goes down is pretty funny.
I don't think I've seen that.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I'll try and find it. Libs are pissing me off. Let's talk about Democrats.
Okay, so Democrats right now are going through it, and they are going on Twitter and posting about how much they want to see Mexicans and Arabs get murdered and raped and deported.
Yeah, there was. Did you see the one guy who I think was Mexican? Funny enough, who was like, call ICE on your local like.
Yeah, I did see that.
What
It's
an
it's
idiot.
gross. It's
That's
gross
stupid.
and
Yeah.
it's evil and it's bad and don't fucking do that. Like I don't care that the election didn't go your way. You should be supporting your community and helping your neighbors and all that. Like you don't get to fucking turn into Hitler because you lost.
Definitely not. You especially like. I think it's really gross too because by doing that, right, by blaming our black and our brown fellers, we are taking all of the responsibility off of the real culprit, which is white America. And it's just like a perfect like example to me of how Democrats are sneakily like way more racist at times than the Republicans can be.
Yeah. Uh
Because like,
they,
think of the
they're
Republicans. At least the Republicans are like, yeah, we don't like you. Like you look weird.
yeah,
We're
at
not
least
into
they're
it."
honest about their racism. Like
Yeah.
Democrats will sit there and like scold you for a joke that's a little close to the line. And then they'll come out when they'll be in a bad mood and they'll be like, "Actually, I fucking hate every Mexican.
Yeah.
Like I
Evan
want you
Hill.
all to die."
Evan Hill is the problem.
Yeah, fuck Evan Hill. Let's just spend this whole time bashing Evan Hill. I don't give a fuck. Evan
Yeah.
Hill, you're ugly, you're short,
Ugly.
you're divorced, your wife
Very
is hot.
divorced.
I don't know how the fuck she ever thought. Like, by the way, Evan Hill's ex-wife, like, just saying, like, hey man.
Yeah, Drew's available and he's hot and he
Yeah.
isn't. He loves Mexicans and he loves
Yeah.
black people.
I
and
love the
he's-
Hispanics.
And he's woke.
Yeah. No, I get my Trump Tower taco bowl and I love the Hispanics.
I'm not gonna say who Evan Hill on the off chance that you ever hear this, but we do have a mutual friend who matched with Alex on Hinge.
Just saying, like,
I'm not saying it was Drew. I'm not saying it's not Drew. But if it were Drew, I just want you to know he's a dirty dog.
there's just one problem
Yeah.
with this whole thing is I'm unhinged.
Yeah, that's
So I'm not allowed on Hinge because it's kind of against my whole brand.
well. It's because you kept sending the feet pic things. Let's tell the story. You're not unhinged. You're banned from Hinge because you kept sending the foot thing.
What is the foot thing?
with like the nylons.
Oh,
Don't act
yeah,
stupid.
that.
You were the one busting it down sexual asylum in the compression socks, Drew.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Anything Dylan says about me and what I may or may not have done at any point in my dating history is 100% true.
I I can't say what I was gonna say, so we're just gonna keep going.
Well, whatever it is, if you said it, it's true.
Yeah, it's true. It's accurate. I will say, just to Evan Hill, on the off chance that he ever hears this, I am still following your wife on Instagram because we talk sometimes, and she has a new hot husband who presumably doesn't look like JD Vance and probably has a big old donger.
Yeah, fuck you, Evan Hill.
Yeah, fuck you, Evan Hill. Fuck you, Brian Nemhauser.
I had a banger tweet though
Okay,
about
yeah.
this. It was like more like, uh, what the fuck is their stupid thing called? Hawk
Real
blogger.
Hawk Talk, Hawk
Yeah,
Blogger.
yeah. It was Hawk with 3Ks blogger.
Yeah, Hawk Blogger that rocks.
I thought that was a banger. Fuck you, Evan Hill.
Who's the bald ugly guy too? Nathan? I don't like him either.
Uh,
Um,
the one who's like a Mariners doomer.
he looks like he's probably like 6'10" and he's bald and he has a big ass head. And he always talks like this. And then he's like his whole thing is like he's like the Seahawks like moderate Democrat.
Oh,
Where he's
ew.
like never excited about everything like anything, but always like a little excited about everything.
Yeah, who do you think is more racist, Brian or Evan?
It's gotta be Brian.
Like they're both obviously at like clan level, but
Yeah.
like which one's the Grand Dragon?
Well, I think it's more like the Onion thing where it's like neo-Nazi wins in KKK stronghold.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
here's all you need
So-
to know about Brian Nemhauser is that he was an executive at Adobe.
Fuck you, Brian. Fuck
Yeah.
Adobe.
Yeah, so
Like, but for real, fuck Adobe. I hate Adobe so much.
I knew this was like a thing with you, which is why I brought it up.
Yeah, like fuck you, Adobe. You know
I was
they
really-
like I had Adobe Premiere because I had to use it like once,
yeah.
and then I wanted to cancel it because I wasn't using it anymore because a thing I thought I would be doing I wasn't doing anymore.
Right.
They wanted to charge me $40 to cancel.
Congrats, Playboy. You just won a one-on-one fight with my bank's chargeback function.
Like for real though. And then recently, like I got a new debit card, and so I hadn't had all my payment info updated, and I had this really cool idea. I was like, I'm just not gonna pay Adobe anymore and see what they do.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Well, I mean, the last time I had this happen, I was on their most expensive plan, but I was on a heavily discounted version because I got it like during a sale or whatever. And they were so desperate to keep me, like they were offering me the world to
Yeah.
like just update my payment info. And the problem is I couldn't
Oh.
for reasons that are not important. Like this time I was like, you know what? And I'm on the cheapest plan now, which is just basic Photoshop. I was like, you know what? Let's see if they offer me anything. And this time they fucking didn't.
What the fuck, man?
They're like, no, you're on the cheap plan. We don't care if we lose you.
Yeah, get out of here, brokey.
Like, yeah, so fuck you, Adobe.
Yeah, fuck Brian Nemhauser.
You know, this is the only this is probably the only controversial political statement I'm going to make here today. Pirate Adobe.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No one cares. Like,
Yeah.
they're
Pirate Photoshop, pirate fucking Premiere, pirate After Effects. Don't pay for that shit.
Every person who's paying for any Adobe product right now could cancel and then pirate it, and that company would still have money for 2 centuries. So.
Yeah, everyone cancel, everyone pirate it. Like, fuck you, Adobe. Fuck you, Brian. Fuck you, Evan Hill.
Speaking of Evan Hill, one more point. When I was mean to him for like a whole day on Twitter, and I know he saw it because then the Nathan guy from Hot Blogger also blocked me. So this is how I know that he saw it. I was really, you know how Evan does the thing where he doxes people?
Yes.
I was very much hoping that he would dox me. I was posting face, I was posting address, I was ready to beat the shit out of Evan Hill to save Mexican people.
Yeah, the Mexicans are our homies.
Yeah,
Evan
I have
Hill is
no-
not our homie.
Evan Hill, not a homie. Not at all.
Like he's like, oh, let's see how all you people of color like it now, and it's like, bro, you're a divorced white guy. Your demographic voted like 98% Trump.
Yeah, bro, you are a divorced white guy living in an Arizona suburb. There is no chance your ballot didn't have the little Trump bubble circled, man. Like,
Come on, man.
come on, man. Yeah, like,
I remember one time it was like Martin Luther King Day, and he posted the quote about the moderate liberal, and I was like, my brother in Christ,
he's
you
talking
are
about
the
you,
moderate
yeah.
liberal. And he's like, no, I'm a progressive.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you're fucking not. No progressive is out here blaming people of color for the fucking election not going in DEI Hitler's way.
DEI Hitler.
But yeah, I mean, this election was basically DEI Hitler versus dementia Hitler.
Yeah. And thank God Joe Biden lost. And a real patriot's back in the office. Who's gonna
I mean,
look out
that was
for guys?
super,
Who's gonna
super
look out
dementia Hitler.
for guys who look? And we gotta talk about Joe Biden for a minute. Nothing is funnier about this whole election than Joe Biden. For one, you know he's the maddest man who's ever existed, like behind closed doors.
Yeah, did you see that fucking report about the internal polling showing he was going to lose?
Like by like 410 votes or something.
Yeah, like 400 electoral votes for Trump if Joe Biden ran, and he's like, "Nah, man, like listen up here, Jack.
Listen, fuck it, we ball."
Wait, where am I?
Yeah, this thing called Article 5, and
Like, it's a fucking absurd ego thing. Like, for
you know what's
one,
really gonna kill me?
the Gestapo probably.
I ain't worried about them. What's gonna really kill me is when Tony Hinchcliffe gets the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Oh my god.
Trump's gonna. He was right about the Puerto Ricans. He was right. It's a pile of garbage. They voted for me. They love me.
Jesus. No, can I tell you, like before that rally, I was like 98% Trump's gonna win. Then that rally happened. I'm like, 50%.
And then Biden came out, and then Biden was like, "I got you, OG. Like, let me." And then he fucked up everything. I don't think Biden
Said that garbage thing. I don't think anyone actually really cared about that.
No, I think that the Trump campaign was like, "Oh, it's the Hillary deplorables thing. This is gonna rock," and then everybody was like, "Nah, like, we're too busy. We're too busy inventing new slurs for Kamala Harris. Like, we don't care about that right now."
Yeah.
It's a shame that Kamala didn't win. I had a tweet lined up, and it was just the "I am Hitler, I am Indian Hitler" tweet, but it was. But I just changed it to "I am Black Indian, I am Black Indian Hitler."
Jesus.
Probably wouldn't have played over too great.
Probably not. I mean, if anyone was listening right now and they heard me call her DEI Hitler, I'd be fucking like, I'd get blasted off into the sun.
Let's talk about who really lost. It's not America. It's not the Mexicans. It's not women. It's Dean Withers. Dean Withers is the real loser here. He not only does he have to be that guy's concubine now, but his entire argument about the Electoral College being DEI kind of gets thrown out the window because the Democrats suck so bad that Donald Trump won the popular vote.
Oh, poor guy. I didn't know who you're talking about until you said that, and now I'm like, that's the kid who was gonna be the concubine, right?
Well, I don't want to call him a kid because I would have sex with him, but
But basically,
he's of age. Yeah.
Okay, but like, he looks like a kid.
Apparently, did you see the Harry Sisson tweet that he liked?
No.
He basically, in the heat of the loss of the election, he liked one of those tweets that's like, well, guess we get to rape you now,
Oh,
which is it's very on brand for the Democrats. So
it is. No, it's so sick. The Republicans are all like, we're gonna rape all the women, and the Democrats are like, we can't wait for the Republicans to rape all of you.
yeah, they're like, your body, my choice, and the Democrats are like, well, a
What
rule's
he
a
said.
rule. I mean, they won, so bust it open, ladies. Like,
He's like, this is what you get.
the Republicans are like, I'm gonna rape you, and the Democrats are like, I'm gonna hold the camera. Like,
No, for real. That's pretty much what's been happening on Twitter. On Blue Sky right now, I have someone in my mentions talking about how obnoxious I am for being a leftist instead of a liberal.
yeah, I mean, okay.
Like,
I don't
how,
think I don't
like,
think any leftist will tell you that leftism is not at least a little bit annoying.
no, of course we're annoying, but like,
But
we
we're
have
also
good reason.
we're also annoying because every 4 years we go, huh? This like moderate Democrat policy might fuck this whole thing up, and then it fucks it up, and we have to be like, huh? Too bad no one
Told
saw
you
that.
so.
No one saw that coming, huh?
Like, no, you don't get to. We told you so. You should have voted blue, no matter who.
Yeah. That I got beef with the Mr. B. Sanders also.
Oh, for his statement.
Yeah, and it's not even that there isn't like his statement is true. I do think his identity politics is kind of horseshit because like one thing Kamala really didn't do was harp on the fact that she was a black or a woman, and she was like kind of against trans people anyways. So I don't really get the whole identity politics angle from him. But I would agree that the Democrats fucked up their support from the working class. But then Bernie, you were like backing Kamala the whole time, so it's
But, like,
which I
he
get
had
he
no
kinda,
choice.
I get he kind of has to, but
Like,
it's a
let's
little.
see. Like, there was no real primary, so he didn't get to present a candidate he would back. Right. Like, he's like,
If there was a
hey,
primary,
man.
do you think it would have just been Newsom?
Uh, God, I hope not, but maybe.
I'm trying to think about it, because so the one thing about Gavin Newsom that doesn't play well is that he's from California, so you don't really have anything to gain there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, my ideal candidate, unfortunately, could never win in a primary because liberals are violently racist.
Are we talking about Miss Talib?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
specific group. It's like liberals fucking hate Palestinians so much.
I think Rashid Tlaib would be the best president in American history, and I also think that Donald Trump would have beat her by like 538 electoral votes.
I mean,
Maybe not exactly that, but I mean, it would
The-
have been
the-
a blowout.
it's tough to say.
You think? So
Like, I think
Democrats,
our policy and our messaging would be really, really good, but then you have to get over the fact that she's a Palestinian woman, and
Well,
like,
not only do Republicans hate her, but Democrats hate her too.
yeah.
So it would be an uphill battle, and I think she would have lost embarrassingly.
I mean, she won her district with 80% of the vote.
Which is insane. Good for her, obviously. You
Like,
want to know? You want an insane stat for you?
yeah, sure.
Joe Biden in 2020 won California by something like 32 points. Kamala won it by like 14.
Yeah, I mean, Kamala ran I'll just say, a significantly worse campaign than Joe Biden. And Joe Biden's campaign was not especially good.
Our good friend Statsboy put it perfectly. Shout out to Statsboy. He said we were talking about it, and he was basically saying that Kamala spent too much time talking about how you can start a business, but people don't want to start businesses; they just want to like grill hamburgers.
That's true. They want their jalapeno poppers from Applebee's.
Exactly, and if the vibes for jalapeno poppers from Applebee's are bad, then they'll vote for Hitler.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
I'm really aggravated. I'm gonna bitch about my best friend more because he voted for Trump, and I think he's stupid for it.
Okay.
But he was like, I don't get why people keep comparing him to Hitler. It's like, you don't? think it's a. I mean, what about the Hitler quotes and stuff? What about those?
The concentration camps he wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, the Holocaust did not start out with murders. They kind of ramped up into that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. It's really interesting though with the current genocides happening and like seeing how everyone is reacting, and all these people are like, how could the Germans just let the Holocaust happen? And like, this is how.
yeah, because we pretend that it's not a Holocaust.
Because we don't want to admit that we're actively supporting the problem. Like, we have a financial interest in keeping it going.
Correct.
Right? And all these people, like, no, it's different. It's different. Like, I'll tell you right now, for basically the last year, my dad, like, insisted it's not a genocide. It's not a genocide. That it's Hamas and all that. And finally, just recently, he's coming around to, okay, it's a genocide.
Yeah, he's like, well, I have reviewed the facts. Lots of dead babies, huh? And you go, yeah, lots of dead babies.
I think it was after they started going into other countries and blowing their people up. It's like, okay, now I see it.
It doesn't stop at Gaza.
No, it's going to be the whole Middle East.
And okay, bitching about Democrats again. The Democrats who tweet shit like, "Oh, congratulations! Now there's not gonna be Gaza anymore." Hey, but buddy, Gaza's already gone. Gaza's been gone for months. There's no Gaza.
Yeah, they killed everyone.
Like,
they already killed everyone there. They're going out to fucking like what's the? Yeah, they're going to fucking Iran and they're going to fucking like those countries around there. Sorry, I'm blanking on it.
You got Lebanon, you got
that's it. Like, they fucking invaded Lebanon, and the only people keeping them from like turning Lebanon to glass right now are Irish UN peacekeepers.
There's nothing I respect more than Ireland's hate for Israel.
No, Ireland is so based.
They really are.
Like they're the best. Like, of all the white countries, they're the best one.
Not the fuck ass like UK Ireland. We're talking about
real Ireland.
Yeah, real Ireland. Yes, thank you for clarifying. It's only a matter of time, in my opinion, before we're just at war with Iran because of Israel.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be so sick. Thankfully, like, I'm almost old enough to not get drafted. So
I won't go. I'll go to federal prison before I go.
No, I would get shot in the face on my front porch before I agree to go.
Yes, recruiter, I will be right with you. Just let me pet my Tannerite dog one last time.
No, for real, like, I am not dying for this country. Sorry.
I'm not dying for any country, especially not this one.
No, fuck you. Like, you want me to go to war? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Eat shit and die.
I used to be of the opinion when I was younger and more naive that, like, yeah, if America was, like, under threat, I would sign up and fight. But, like, if America is under threat, it's of its own volition. Like,
if America's under threat, I'm like, fucking, let's go.
About time, baby.
I'm like, all right, what language are we speaking now?
The whole Americans are stupid because they genuinely believe we have to have this fuck-ass large military to protect ourselves. Let's look at America geographically, right?
We are so isolated from all of our threats.
What, Mexico and Canada? Like, okay.
Oh. No, I wish Mexico would fucking annex the whole West Coast. I'd be so for that.
Land back now?
Like,
land back and then some.
Yeah, I'd be like so hyped if one day they're like, you're Mexican now. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah. Well, but then you would have to vote for Trump, so.
I'd have to?
Yeah. Because you guys, they lost us, they lost me, and they lost Kamala the election because they are.
Oh yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. We don't have to go down that rabbit hole anymore.
Well, no, I think Mexico has like a socialist president.
It's a. Is it? I'm sorry. Is she not? Is it not a woman?
It is like they had a man who was a socialist, and then his successor is, I
And he
think, a
rocked
woman.
pretty good.
Yeah, like incredibly popular.
So for those of you who are not involved in the behind the scenes discussion with Rodrigo and the overarching podcast, and like myself, I have infiltrated the Take Back Washington Republican X feed,
Hmm.
and I'm popping off over there. My most popular tweet is about how we need to reinstate the war on Christmas.
Okay, so here's I have one thought on this, and it's probably not going to be what you think it is.
Okay, yeah, I'm hearing you out.
Okay, you have to change your username because existing in the context is
It's
like
gotta go.
it's a
Yeah,
Kamala thing.
it was a bit that I forgot about.
Yeah, so you got to change it to something like super MAGA coded.
Well, it can't be MAGA. Well, it could be for a while, I guess. But I am gonna full fledged go into the Bob Ferguson bit. Um,
Okay, but while you're in your like war on Christmas, like Giga MAGA bit, you got to have like
you
a
would think, but I did just get followed by Psych Nurse, who has 6 Israeli flags in her handle
oh Jesus.
and is verified on Twitter Blue. Give me a moment. I'm getting a phone call.
Okay. I'm just gonna stare blankly.
Yeah, that rocks. Hello, what's up?
Penis.
What the fuck are you doing? It's freaking me out.
What am I doing?
Yeah, you're doing the thing.
I told you I was staring blankly into the camera.
What was I talking about before the phone call? Bob Ferguson exists. Oh, the Israeli. Yeah. So the war on Christmas thing. I don't know. Like, what should I make it?
I don't know. It's got to be like Christ Patriot 88.
14 Christ Patriot 88.
That might be a little far, but like a 1776 something in there, Patriot.
What about like MAGA? It's on the trip. It's like something like MAGA man defeats the woker, or like I'm trying to think like a Bruce Wayne like Republican joke.
Oh, oh no. Well, no, you can't do that because all the Republicans see themselves as the Joker.
Oh, they get to be the Joker.
Yeah, they think they're the Joker. So
Well, I find that I ain't laughing.
yeah.
You see, my wife is kind of like a. No, I'm not doing that again.
Oh, uh, yeah, we got a chat thing here.
Oh, really?
Don't worry, you'll be on the list soon enough.
From who?
Figuring out mediocrity. Yeah, don't worry. We've only been live for 40 minutes, so you still got like at least 20 minutes before you start getting disappointed. All right?
That might be the first comment in the show's history. So.
No, because we had Greg chatting.
Oh, that's true. Greg rocks. Hey, credit where it's due. Trump's back in the White House. We have an interactive chat. So.
Let's go. Yeah, I mean Donald Trump promises made, promises kept. No, so tell me about your Twitter thing and the bit.
My Twitter thing. Yeah. The Bob Ferguson thing or the.
The 6 Israeli flags lady or whatever.
Right. So there is this billionaire stooge guy who got doxxed. I don't know his name, but he's doing this movement. Sorry, this you might. I don't know if you were there when I told Ben this. I'm tangentially related to Scott Pressler.
I don't know who that is.
Scott Pressler is the Persistence. He is the normal gay who swayed all the Amish dudes to vote for Trump in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
but that's like my like 19th cousin or something. So, anyways,
Oh, well, I mean,
so
Amish love 19th cousins.
yeah, I wouldn't fuck him. He's kind of weird looking. So we have this rich guy who's trying to get Washington red, right? He's like,
Okay.
there's no way that Washington didn't actually flip red.
No way.
Yeah, no chance. So he has made a X community because he thinks that's the best way to influence 2028. And I have infiltrated their ranks using my cunning good looks. I'm white. I have blue eyes. I get a little Aryan with it.
Okay.
So I got in there, and I've been posting about. I think my first tweet was, "What's the deal with Bob Ferguson? He's kind of like Gavin Newsom," and that got like 6 likes.
Jesus. All
And
right.
then I put the next tweet was like, "Bob Ferguson's already rooting the state with woke," and that one was only like 4 likes. It didn't pop off very well. But then I did my War on Christmas shit, and that has been like, I'm basically their new Hitler. They're idolizing me in a way, and you know what? I'm just
Okay.
gonna say it. I get it.
Here's what you have to do. You have to get them to all do a January 6th on Honda for Happy Honda Days. And demand they say Merry Christmas.
I'm not just here for fun. There is an end goal, and once they've fully accepted me as one of them,
I know
I,
what the goal is.
I will be posting gay pornography in there. And hold the force, just chill out for a second. Let me explain to you. This isn't some like soft twink for twink cute boy with bubble butt shit. This is like 240-pound 6-pack silver daddies with hair everywhere just pissing on each other. Not a single drop of nair on the beehole either. Like full Ewok Endor forest butthole. And I think that's how we can maybe mend the gap and fix the unity in this country.
This isn't like T-Girl pegs her twink femboy boyfriend.
Well, that would arouse them because they're all like repressed.
Oh, yeah, true.
So it's got to be like buff guys, maybe probably black dudes would bother them the most.
Just like pissing on each other.
Well, they're like doing other stuff too, but yeah.
All right.
You
Yeah,
got a
that's
problem
a
with that? I don't
no,
know.
that's a pretty good goal. So,
I mean, it's either that is the end goal, or the end goal is to long term it up in there, and then do my Bob Ferguson bit starting off in that chat once he like gets up there and fucks with Trump.
okay.
It's the kind of betrayal that I think might have long term effects on them.
Yeah. So there is one suggestion in the chat for what you could name your account.
Okay.
It's it has to be something about your body, my choice. Which. Oh yeah. You could be like Rape Enjoyer 1776. There you
I'm
go.
gonna put a pin in that, and if maybe we could circle back to it at a later date.
Yeah, that's maybe a little too far, but
What about like pro-choice meats or something? Like, yeah, I'm pro-choice. Pro-choice ribeye.
I just want to grill.
Yeah, I just want a grill, brother.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Maybe like, just keep talking. It'll come to me.
Okay. Yeah, I love how every single episode just devolves into us talking about Twitter bits.
Well, in our defense, this is a good time for him.
In our defense, what else is going on?
Yeah.
Ever?
What am I supposed to actually like care about stuff?
Yeah, like
I cared about Gaza. Look what happened to them. Like, it's too late.
but they have it coming because the Arabs didn't vote for fucking Kamala, who had just the best plan to stop the violence, right?
So
Which
I already
was-
told you, Drew, that my best friend voted for Trump because he
Yeah.
wanted RFK in the White House.
That's so
That-
funny.
That was one of his 2 issues. Do you know what he was a 2-issue voter? Do you know what the second issue was?
What?
The gangs taking over apartment complexes.
That's okay.
I was like, that's not happening, and he's like, it is. It's happening.
It's happening. No, it's true. It's true. Every apartment complex where I am has a big like banner hanging from the balconies that says "We love crime."
I was somewhat optimistic that if Kamala won, the GOP would die because they're so intrinsically like Trumpized, like they're trumped up, they're super trumped. And I was hopeful that maybe 2028 would be a progressive leftist versus like a centrist Democrat. I think that's out the window now, though.
Oh no, like we are getting David Duke versus JD Vance.
Yeah, we're gonna get like Joe Biden again, but not like modern like workers' rights Joe Biden. We're getting like 1990 kill those dumb gays Joe Biden. Like he's coming out swinging.
We're getting like shut the fuck up, Anita Hill, Joe Biden.
Yeah. Uh,
All right, no, that's awesome. I love that for our country so much.
Ben's not here, but Ben does not think that America will exist to 2028.
God, I hope not.
He thinks that we're gonna invade Iran, invade Iran, and then get our asses kicked, and then the like labor unions are gonna rise up, and that'll break America.
Yeah, I mean that's some pretty good hopium, I guess.
I love Ben. Where'd you get that grilled cheese, buddy?
No, like I mean, wishful thinking is good. I think because it gives us the hope to keep going.
I'm kind of an annoying person. Um, I'm gonna be really fucking annoying if my schizophrenic Bob Ferguson bet ends up being true.
I
It
I
came
take
to
that
me in a
over.
dream.
I would take that over my bet any day of the week.
Your bet being
The most racist, like hardcore Republican white guy who just happens to have been scorned by Trump.
I will vote for a Republican in 2028 if that Republican is the guy who has the baby girl dog or the baby dog thing.
I don't know if that is.
I believe his name is Jim Jordan.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that's a name I've heard. I don't like that guy.
No, yeah, he sucks. What's his name? Jim Justice. Excuse me.
Oh, that's a different guy.
What the fuck? Yeah, Jim Justice. That's who I'm voting for in 2028. He's got a fat little English bulldog that looks just like him.
I mean, so far my presidential voting history is Cletus the football robot in 2020 and Al Qaeda in 2024. So
I voted for Jill Stein purely as a bit.
it's your fault.
Yeah.
All of this is your fault.
I did. I voted for Jill Stein this year, and that's only because I had a. Can I say Jill Stein come tribute? It's like.
Yeah. No, it's your fault. Totally, 100%. Ignore the fact that even if every single third party voter voted for Kamala, she still would have lost. And ignore even the extra fact after that, the 2/3 of
Yeah.
those third party voters were going to conservative leaning candidates.
What, you don't think that the Chase Oliver and RFK base was Kamala disaffectance?
I don't think so. No.
Did you see the poll that came out that said it was basically like whether or not people who they voted for and if they accept the results of the election. And one of the numbers was 99% of Trump voters said they would accept the results if he was elected, and 1% would not accept the
I
results.
want to talk to that 1%.
Yeah, what are they doing there?
We need to get that 1% on the show.
Yeah.
Like, not
I mean,
next week because we already have a guest lined up, but the week after that.
Is it just because they think that he won in 2020, so he can't do it again? Like, they're like, yeah, he was cheated, but the rules
He
are the
was
rules.
no, he was secretly the president the whole time. Like, remember in 2021 that whole year, like the fucking QAnon freaks were all like, "This is gonna be the week where Trump reveals himself as the real president."
I believe him.
Like you remember all that shit though?
I do.
Like
That
every
was
single
like,
week.
Was this not the same like vibe as when they kept saying that JFK was still alive, and then they would just show like the world's most depressed-looking man at a Trump rally and be like, "That's him. That's JFK." Yeah.
No, I mean he might be alive because
I don't think he's alive.
no, he's totally alive and he totally voted for Trump and he's totally behind Trump's campaign and that's why RFK Jr. get gets to be in the administration.
I think
There's
he
no
got his head blown off.
proof. Source.
I don't have proof.
You know how?
I know it's like a right-wing grift. Not a grift, that's not the right word. It's like a right-wing like joke, but whoever came up with Retardy Oswald, that's so funny.
That wasn't you.
No, it should have been though. Like it seems like that
Oh.
comes straight from the Rig.
I thought that was you.
No, I saw it on like a green text 4chan thing.
I was a little mad you that that I didn't.
It's so
was like-
obvious, right? It's like this is exactly what I would come up with.
I mean, the only thing is like I'm trying not to use those sorts of words.
I didn't use it. That I was just referencing his name.
Yeah, I know. But like I couldn't come up with it because I'm taking that shit out of the vocabulary.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to.
It's hard though, cause like you'll just
I
see
don't.
the.
I don't feel like it applies to like. I almost said actually redacted people. But disabled. I don't know. When I say that word, I'm thinking of like the guy who fucked up the Trump assassination.
Or like Mike Lindell.
Yeah, like like him and Mike Lindell.
Although, I think that's the only time I've ever called him Mike Lindell. I always call him Mike Pillow.
I might retweet the John Hinckley tweet that I had.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of mad at myself for being a pussy about it, but I really don't want to get a visit. But it's like so good.
The Jodie Foster, like.
Yeah. Do it for Jody. And I had like the little like mind control finger emoji in there.
No, that's sick.
Yeah.
Hey FBI, don't visit me.
If you want to tweet that, Drew, I won't report it.
Well, no, because Ben's gonna like beg me to delete. And
Well-
I told Ben like that he should keep notifications on all my posts in case I say something a little too spicy.
I think I get a little loose with what I say sometimes.
No, like for real. Do you know how much restraint it takes for me to not just like constantly say like we should just shoot that guy in the face?
Yeah. I did see that a tweet today that just said rape Elon Musk had like 90,000 likes. I'm like, hey, the people want it. The Vox Dei Populi, whatever the fuck he says.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Did you see the clip from the Joe Rogan Experience where Elon was talking about, Joe Rogan was talking about to some random dude about how Elon had a special app that let him know Trump had won the election 6 hours before anyone else knew?
I did not see that.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, I don't think that's true. No, probably not.
Do you think it's rigged?
The election?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not in the sense that most people would think, but
It's
in
I
the
don't think
sense
it's-
that it's a two-party system where both parties serve the same master.
Well, yeah. My thing is, I don't get how certain states like North Carolina voted blue across the board, but then they got to president and they were like, Like, I feel like if you're voting blue, I don't know.
No matter who.
No, yeah, what do? We vote. That's what we do.
We bring the blue.
With DNC guys.
We're
DNC. We're
blue. Do you see that clip of the Costco guys on Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that a couple weeks ago.
I did like when, I believe his name is the Rizzler.
Yeah, the little
When-
kid.
When the Rizzler ate something that Jimmy Fallon gave him, and he only gave it 2 booms, and Jimmy Fallon was like, yeah, that's pretty good. It's like, Jimmy Fallon, you don't know a fucking thing about the boom meter. 2 booms is terrible.
No, like, it's no double chunk chocolate cookie.
Yeah. With the with DNC guys.
With the NC guys, of course we put the most unelectable garbage on the ballot.
With DNC guys, of course we won't back up our transgender voting base.
With the NC guys, of course we hope all the Mexicans who voted red get deported.
We're DNC guys, of course we fuck in the bathroom.
With the NC guys, of course we love Liz Cheney. Jesus. Liz Cheney gets 5 booms.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Gaza gets 5 booms.
Jesus fucking Christ. Every single episode, we just devolve into Twitter bits and Costco guys.
Yeah, we're doing really good. Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
It's the polling.
It's Wisconsin.
We're DNC guys. Of course we run Joe Biden, even though he's projected to lose by 400 votes.
With DNC guys, of course we determine how fuckable women are by the seltzer polls. I don't know. I knew we were cooked when the seltzer poll came out, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, she's got it."
That was like one of the things I was like, oh, maybe.
Nah, I'm like, man, the Democrats really love polls.
Because they're fucking gay as shit.
Yeah, hey.
I got a poll for you.
You looking at my poll like I got an election. Whoa. Hey.
We're DNC guys.
With DNC guys. Hey, with DNC guys, the only time we like polls is when they change in the light bulbs. Oh, hey. DNC guys.
Like, for real, like, it's so hard for me to just, like, not say instantly, like, just shoot that guy in the face. Like, when the Supreme Court gave the president, like, official act immunity or whatever,
yeah,
like King powers, I was like, Joe Biden should just get on stage with Donald Trump and shoot him in the face.
Shouldn't say that, Drew.
I shouldn't.
You shouldn't say it.
But hey,
lawyer here, you can't say that.
No, like, do you know how much restraint it took for me to not post that?
Well,
and like everything since then, it's just like shoot him in the face.
I think the funniest libcope is that Joe Biden should resign immediately so that all of Trump's 47 merchandise is fucked up.
That's pretty funny.
I think so. Also, are you now seeing the fake? Like, it's not even a rumor; it's just somebody pretending like it's a rumor that Kamala Harris is going to be elected to the Supreme Court before Joe Biden's out of office.
That's.
They think that what's her name?
How's that going to happen?
What's that lady's name with the beatus? Stoudemire? What's her name?
I thought that was like a basketball coach.
No, you're thinking of Steve Kerr.
Shit.
No, Google, I don't need to know the Supreme Court hours. That's really not going to help with this whole list thing. Yeah, when are they in? When did it? Hey, we're Costco guys. Of course, we need to know when the justices are going to be in session. Oh. I'm trying to find her name.
Okay, but I think if you give Clarence Thomas a chicken bake, he would die.
I think if you gave him a chicken bake, he would either immediately perish or he would become liberal. We're GOP guys. Of course, Dob gets a big boom. Sorry, big doom. It's boom or doom, right?
Big boom, big doom. All right, yeah.
I can't get over people that don't like them.
No, it's so good.
Yeah, people are like, I don't get it. It's got the same vibe.
They're Costco
like,
guys.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know. You don't have to tell me. I know. Come on, man. I know. Why can I not just find a list of all the Supreme Court justices? Why is Google censoring me?
Who cares about Supreme Court justices when we got AJ and Big Justice?
Oh! Yo, if Joe Biden put Big Justice on the Supreme Court, his approval rating would hit fucking 70%
Yeah.
overnight.
Sorry, I lured you in here with the promise of an FBI visit, and now it's just fucking Costco guys jokes.
The Supreme Court. Oh, this leak from the Supreme Court today is Big Justice refuses to quote from staffer. Just because his name is Big Justice doesn't mean he gets 2 votes.
Put Big Justice on the Supreme Court. We're Costco guys. Of course we overturn Roe v. Wade.
Yeah. We're Costco guys. Of course we support the president's ability to have immunity in all of his actions.
Jesus.
We're Costco guys. Of course, for no specific reason, we're gonna get rid of domestic violence charges. Hey.
AJ would never.
Nah. What's the Rizzler doing? Is the Rizzler also on the court?
No, I don't think so.
I think he should be.
Well, no,
I'm sorry. Wait, no, hold on. Shut the fuck up. Did you see that the Rizzler and Big Justice are not even related?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just like some random kid. They just scooped up.
That's fucking crazy. Have you seen the original Rizzler video that made him pop off?
Yeah, it was just this kid who
yeah.
had the fucking zoomies in a Black Panther costume.
Yeah, he's like, the Black Panther doesn't have to climb the ladder.
Like,
Hey, speaking of climbing the ladder, isn't it crazy how fast Big Justice got on the Supreme Court? Whoa!
we're handling this election very well.
I heard he boomed his way to the top, baby.
He said, "We bring the boom, you meet your doom."
We're Costco guys. Of course, we want to give $700 trillion to Israel. And it's not just to please our mother-in-laws. Whoa! Hey.
I think they're Italian.
What's the difference, man? What a fake and stupid culture. Let me study your cradle measurements, you Yakubian ape. Holy. Costco guys, of course. What about Costco guys, but they're from the Netherlands?
I don't know what the Netherlands accent is.
You haven't seen the tweet that's like, we have been in serious problem?
Oh. No, if you give me the week to like study up on.
Dude,
on
Dutch is such a fake fucking language.
Yeah, so give me the week to study up on their language and their accents, and then I can bring that bit and just like and ambush Greg with it.
Well, I think that's a good place to wrap this up.
We're Costco guys. Of course, we wrap up the podcast after an hour and 10 minutes.
We're...
And if you don't get a visit from the FBI, I am so sorry.
Well, Costco guys, of course we opened carry on January 6th.
Yeah, okay, so where can the people find you?
Well, I'm not Brian Nemhauser anymore.
Okay, well, that's good.
I guess I might be Bob Ferguson.
Okay.
I don't know, don't find me.
Don't.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm trying to, like, move off Twitter, but you can find me at John Boyce on Blue Sky.
With DNC guys, of course we make an attempt on the current president's life. Whoa!
Jesus fucking Christ. We're still alive.
We're Iranian guys. Of course we have our assassination plots thwarted at the last second by the alphabet agencies of the United States of America. Whoa!
Jesus.
What?
All right, well, come back next week, and we're going to have Greg on to preview the
next
49ers.
week we actually might talk about the Seahawks for a minute.
We might. There's a chance.
I'm just gonna be writing "We're Costco guys" for a minute. Jokes like.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll be back next week to actually talk about the Seahawks. We're sorry if you don't get a visit from the FBI after this. We tried our best.
We're
FBI,
libertarian guys.
We're libertarian guys. Please don't ask us our views on age of consent.
We're libertarian guys. Of course, we know every child actor.
Jesus.
We're libertarian guys. Of course, we're white in our 40s with Asian wives. Whoa.
We're Asian. We're libertarian guys. Sorry, one sec. Sorry, I fucked that up. We're Asian guys. Of course, there's no stereotypes to.
We're Asian guys. Of course, we're valued members of society.
We're libertarian guys. Of course, we're mods on the Passport Bros subreddit.
Oh, we're libertarian guys. Just because we like RFK doesn't mean we agree with all of his principles. Whoa. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. It's gone fired up.
Yeah. Just. Okay. I'm gonna wrap it up now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
Well,
that's it.
all right.
We're not live anymore. We can say the spicy shit.
I think I already said it. I gotta go make pancakes. That's what
Okay.
I'm